Rolling out the bottom of your feet is one of those exercises that give you a huge bang for your buck in a very short period of time. I want to show you something real quick, and you guys could try this as well. Before you roll out your feet, do a simple toe touch test where you bring your feet together, keep your knees straight, and just see where you're at flexibility wise. I haven't moved around too much today. I could barely get my fingertips to the floor without feeling a pull in my hamstrings and my low back. So that's my starting point. Now, I would spend about a minute on each foot, rolling out the bottom of my feet. Very important to address the bottom of your feet. We're on our feet all day, but barely anyone addresses that area in their warm-up. And we actually have a line of fascia that starts from the bottom of our feet and connects all the way through our calves, hamstrings, glutes, low back, and goes all the way up to the back of our eyes. Thomas Meyer spoke about that in his Anatomy Trains book. He calls it the superficial back line. And by rolling out the bottom of our feet, it has a global effect on that superficial back line, and you could loosen up multiple parts of your body just by addressing the bottom of your feet. So I'm taking about a minute on each foot. The key is you want pressure. If you could see, I'm putting as much pressure as I could stand on my foot. I'm not just kind of going through the motions and rolling around. I'm going slow, adding as much pressure as possible and hitting all aspects of my foot. I'm on the inside, I'm on the arch right in there is really tender, right through the mid foot all the way back to the heel, and then the lateral aspect of the foot. Again, you're gonna spend about a minute on each foot, and then even from that little bit, I'm gonna retest, and already I got almost my knuckles to the ground. A couple more inches, 60 seconds each foot. That's how powerful this drill is. This is one that you shouldn't skip. It should be a staple in all your warm-ups. All right, I'm gonna demonstrate a weighted calf stretch. You could do this on a stair or a rack, any elevated surface where your heel could drop down. You wanna hold a weight plate, a dumbbell, or a kettlebell in the same arm of the ankle and calf that you're stretching. So when I'm stretching my right calf, I'm holding a kettlebell or a weight in my right hand. Key here is we're gonna start with a straight leg and let the heel just drop. Let the weight pull that heel down. We like to perform weighted calf stretches because we feel you get a lot more bang for your buck with regards to the stretch as opposed to just using your body weight. When you're in this position, hang out for a couple seconds, and then you do want to shift your body weight around a little bit. I'll get some weight towards my big toe and let my heel drop, go a little bit towards the little toe. Don't let your foot just roll out to the little toe side. After 30 seconds to a minute, you want to bend that knee. You could reset and then bend the knee while you're trying to push that heel down. Again, still holding the weight, letting the weight pull us down. Here, you're gonna feel more of a stretch in the soleus and the Achilles, a little bit lower than the gastroc. And same thing, about 30 seconds to a minute, let that heel drop down. The off leg, I like to just let hang. Do both legs, and that's it.
So what we found with restoring ankle range of motion is we can use what's called a mulligan technique. This was named by Brian Mulligan, who is a PT, who found that if we pull the joint system in a particular direction, it opens up that joint's range of motion. It's been popularized by Kelly Starrett, and instead of using a mobility belt where a PT kind of moves you in a certain direction, you can take ownership of your own movement quality by using an elastic band to use that mulligan technique. So let me show you how we use it for an ankle. I have this band attached to the bottom of the cage. What I'm gonna do is step into the band with the ankle I wanna mobilize, and I kind of punch it forward and step out. So once I get in that position, I want to move this band lower on my foot so it doesn't restrict the joint when I'm trying to mobilize it. The other thing I like to do is take a dowel rod or a foam roller, put that here for my stability. Now in this position, I want to try to restore a good half kneeling position, good neutral posture, and use this mobility stick to move into a deep ankle mobilization. Okay? If you find that your knee is moving all over the place, you can actually use this stick as a guide for your leg so that you're not pushing in or pushing out. You can get a good solid movement. Now the other thing that you can do is if you have really tight ankles, you can take a weight, put that on your knee, and you can actually use that to move into a deeper range of motion. Okay, so basically we're biasing the joint posteriorly so it opens up the joint anteriorly. Okay, so we're pulling this way so it allows us more range of motion this way.
Now I'm going to show you one of my favorite activation drills, the balancing toe touch. You could do this on an RX pad or on the floor. Regardless of the surface you choose, definitely want to do these barefoot. When I'm doing this exercise, you'll notice my foot's going to be moving around and shaking tremendously. A lot of quick, rapid contractions and slight movements as I try to establish control and stability. And this rapid movement is something that Smitty talked about years ago in his Chaos manual, and how you implement band training and unstable surface training to get this rapid movement and this fight for stability and control, which is an amazing environment for activating all those muscles around your foot and your ankle. This isn't only great for the ankle and the foot, you'll notice a tremendous burning in your hip as well. This is a great glute and hip stability drill as well. So you're gonna start, if I'm balancing on my right foot, my left knee is going to start above my hip, and I'm going to raise my left hand and touch the opposite hand to your foot. So left hand to right foot, and then I would do right hand to left foot. So let's see if I can get a couple reps here. Gonna start with the knee up. Takes a lot of concentration and control. Notice the ankle and foot moving around. I'm gonna try to come back up and bring that knee above the hip. Back down. You want to do about 6 to 10 reps each leg, usually does the trick.